Hey, so today I'm going to do an updated review about, 1 year later of what I think about my Fitbit Versa 3. Hey, this is Greg with Discovering Strength, the channel focused on fitness tips and product reviews for the average guy or girl trying to get in shape through strength training. If you like what you see, consider subscribing below. Alright, so I've had my Fitbit Versa 3 now for going on a year, getting pretty close to that year point, and I thought I would go ahead and go back and review the watch itself, share my updated thoughts on what I like and dislike about it a year later. So one of the things I like about this watch is the idea of Alexa as the voice assistant. And you can see, you just hold the button and she'll be listening to you. But I say that as that's one of the things I like, but also one of the things I've come to dislike. So I'll talk about that later. Alright, so what I really do like about the watch more than anything is the fitness tracker capabilities. So I mostly do weightlifting myself. There are tons of different weightlifting options or different exercise options on here. But I do think it does a very good job at all the fitness tracking. You can see on here you get your heart rate metrics. You can toggle through and see that's your time of working out, your active zone that you're working in. Gives you your calories burned. So a lot of good information, and I feel like it's pretty accurate. Alright, another thing that I really do like, which is one thing that I think sets apart a watch from a fitness tracker, or a smartwatch from a fitness tracker, and that is the ability to get notifications on your watch from your phone. And I feel like this works just as well as any other smartwatch I've had in the past, but it is nice to get your notifications right there on your wrist. Then another thing I do really like is the heart rate monitor on this watch. My point of comparison was the Samsung Galaxy watch, and that one had some major issues with the heart rate monitor, but this one has been super solid. And definitely another nice thing for the watch is the battery life. So I would say that this gets about 3 to 4 days on a single charge, and comparing it to some of the others out there, I still think that that's a very good battery life for a smartwatch. So one of the things that I was really looking forward to, like I said, with this watch is the Alexa function built in. Now, what I've come to find out over the last year is that it's really hit or miss. I used to use it in the beginning quite a bit, and it seemed to work pretty well. But one of the issues is that really, when you use your Alexa on your watch, it ends up actually syncing to your phone, and so it's kind of syncing with your phone to send a command. And a lot of times I found that there were issues syncing between the Fitbit app and my watch, and so I'd go to use it and nothing would happen. It would say, oh, you got to go into the app and resync, or there is a permissions update or something like that. So it really has turned out to not be helpful at all. So one thing that I have noticed is that the step count appears to be a bit inflated. So it's actually telling you that you're getting more steps than you're actually taking. In the end, you kind of get used to however your watch tracks it, and you just get used to that. But I do feel like it's inflated. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the Fitbit app. Coming from Samsung, I prefer the Samsung Health app. And overall, I just find that I hardly ever check any of my fitness stats anyway, so it's not that big a deal. Now, one of the biggest issues is the durability on the watch. You can see on my wife's watch that her screen has cracked, and it was pretty sad the way that happened, but she was using the factory watch band, and it just spontaneously popped off, and so the watch went flying, hit the ground, and cracked it right here on the upper top part of the screen. So along with talking about the incident with my wife's watch, it is worth mentioning that also the stock band that it comes with, I said this in the last video I did, but I think it's garbage. I just hated the design. It pinched my arm hair all the time, and it was just absolutely terrible. And the last thing I would mention is that while there are a lot of options on the different watch faces you could get, there are very few that I actually want to use. So I feel like the selection of watch faces is not great. I definitely preferred the options available on the Samsung Galaxy Watch. So I should caveat my overall recommendation with the fact that at this point in time, I feel like I almost exclusively only use the fitness tracking functions on the Versa 3. So with that being said, I almost feel like for myself that I might go away from having a smartwatch altogether and just going to a fitness tracker, because that's all I really need. However, saying that, I would say that the Versa 3 is still a good solid watch, but it's not the best one out there. I would say for those that do want the fitness tracking capability, it does an excellent job at that. You could probably get the same out of just getting a fitness tracker, like I said. So probably in the near to long term, I'll end up switching to another watch. It may be just a fitness tracker, maybe another smartwatch. I'm interested to hear in the comments below what other recommendations you all might have, other watches you've used and have liked. And so that does it for the video. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.